back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Delighted to have on Price of Business contributor Steve Van Ooteghem, and he is with a great company called the C12 Group, and they do a phenomenal job at helping business owners, C-level individuals, take their company to the next level, and they do it with a Christian perspective. Steve, before you introduce your great guest that I'm looking forward to, tell us more about C12.
Well, thank you, Kevin. C12 is the nation's leading executive roundtable for Christian business owners and CEOs. And basically, Kevin, it's what you said. We help them build great businesses for a greater purpose.
Yep, I love it, and I think it's great. Tell us about your guest today. I've been looking forward to this interview.
Well, I have, too. This is Sheila. She works at Lubbock Christian University, the Alumni Association, as I understand it. Sheila, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, just for disclaimer purposes, or full disclosure, I am an Abilene Christian University alumni.
and that's wonderful.
But I'm a big fan of all of the, the schools that are similar in terms of their history and background. Lubbock Christian being one of them. One of my best friends graduated from Lubbock Christian, and he loved the experience. And I've only heard great things about the school. We're delighted to have you on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Why don't you start off with an overview of the university?
Okay. Well, Lubbock Christian University was established in 1957, really to serve this region, but since that time has grown from a 2-year school to a 4-year university. Our current enrollment is under 2,000, and of that, about 1,500 or so are undergraduates, and the rest are graduate students. I myself am a 1980 graduate, and so I have, experience in that way, and have experience as a parent. I have a daughter who graduated from here in 2010, and a son who's a current student here. And through the years, Lubbock Christian University has remained true to its mission, vision, and values, and its goal to change lives and impact every student that walks through the door here, from all aspects of life.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Steve.
Sheila, what can you tell us about the Alumni Association and what makes it unique, and what your alumni like about it?
Okay. Well, I actually just moved into this role a little over a year ago, and am working very hard to re-engage alums from all of the decades across our history. And one thing I hear over and over again from our alums when they come home is how much they loved it here, how much the environment impacted them personally, how happy they are to stay engaged. And I'm talking about alums from 1959 up to our most recent graduates, highly engaged, highly thankful for the experience that they had here. We have about 20,000 alumni and former students that are engaged with us, that we engage with routinely, and we try to stay in contact with them a number of ways, going out to where they are, and then certainly always welcoming them home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tell me what you think is unique about the experience that the alumni walk out with from graduating from Lubbock Christian.
Well, of course, in education. Every school across the nation provides an education, but I think on top of that, it's creating whole individuals, people who are learning their place and how to contribute in a very positive way from all aspects. When you hear the word Christian University, right away, I believe people think we're just turning out, Bible majors, and we do, but that's not all we do. We turn out people who go into all careers and do very, very well. I would say, from my personal experience, some of the things that I walked away with were high degrees of integrity, ethical, looking at being able to look at every situation from an ethical standpoint. And I'm not talking about a religious standpoint. I'm talking about that behavioral attribute that businesses across the United States are looking for, and those are people that have high ethics.
Yeah, very good. Steve.
Yeah, that's outstanding, Sheila. What are some of your goals coming up in the future for the Alumni Association and your alumni?
Okay, well, again, as I said earlier, I'm working very hard to try to engage our alums, and one thing that I put into place last year when I came is this idea of when we do welcome our alumni home, especially for homecoming. You know, we do not have football, but we have basketball and we have other events. But when we have homecoming, there are a lot of other things besides one sporting event that attracts our alum home. And so we want to focus on those, I call them affinity groups, our chorus groups, our social club groups, our sporting groups, all of those things, because not every person had the exact same experience. And I want to create a situation where when they come home, they have to work hard not to have fun and not to have a place to go during that homecoming weekend. I've implemented this idea of decade reunions, and so what we find is when people come home, they want to see more than just the people that they were in their class with, because we all knew people before and after us, and that has been just amazing. We just had homecoming a couple weeks ago, and had, I would say, I'm still counting the numbers, but over 1,000 people come home for that weekend.
Yeah, that's fantastic. By the way, the website to learn more about Lubbock Christian is lcu.edu, and I want to thank you for being our guest. Really great information, Sheila Dye. I want Steve, by the way, and get your website as well, Steve, as you wrap it up. But why don't you wrap up with some final thoughts on this segment?
Okay. Well, the website is c12houston.com. And, Sheila, it's sure been a pleasure to have you, and I can tell that they've got the right person in the right position there.
Well, thank you so much. It's my privilege to be back here serving.
I got to tell you, my experience is that these schools that are similar to ACU, I would say Lubbock Christian, similar in terms of values and that type of thing, they're phenomenal institutions, and people really walk away from their school with real relationships with real professors. They have an unusually high level of interest in their students, and I love my experience. And everyone I've met who's gone to LCU has had similar warm reflections about their experience as well. So congratulations on your institution.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You bet. When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, though, best content here can be found over there at usdathareview.com, and this is Price of Business.